So here we are on the 8th of November 2013, and Roger has got one hell of a bend in his rod. Today we're fishing on Chew Valley Lake again, and unfortunately it's not a fish on the end, but he has in fact managed to get his lure snagged on the bottom, which we are currently trying to retrieve. Never mind, looks quite impressive. And there it is. Well done. We believe that Roger might have a run here. Whilst the float was right next to the boat, it's just bobbed underwater. It doesn't seem to be doing much now. No. Nothing. No luck for us so far on Chew this year. We've been going a couple of hours now. Been trying to trolling some baits, trolling some lures and some baits up at the deeper water up the other end, where I've had a 20 from before, but no luck there. We think that Roger may have had a touch on a mackerel, but we couldn't be too sure. But we've moved down to some shallower water here on quite a popular spot on the bank there. So we're going to search around this area a bit. I've got some smelt and some bluey out, and Roger's got, I think, herring and a bluey or a smelt as well. Yeah, so as I was saying before the camera cut out, we've got a selection of baits, and we're just going to search around this area and see what we can find. Finally into a good fish. Good God, this is a big pike. This is a very big pike indeed. Got a try for the net? Okay.
It's in. It's in. God. That's a 30.
That's not.
That's 30. I'll put money on it being 30. I'll easily put money on this being 30.
You reckon I just caught a 30?
Yeah.
We'll see.
Easily.
Good God, that is the big pike.
That's a 30, mate. If not possibly more.
That is probably the biggest pike I've ever caught. Right, we'll stop filming, we'll unhook it and get her on the scales.
Well, Jack's only gone and done it. Here she is. The one we were just recording. Just sitting here, wondering whether to move or not.
This is now.
Here it comes.
So that's a new PB for me. £31 12 ounce. Is that right?
£31, 12 ounces of prime tube pike.
So,
Absolute whacker of a beast.
really pleased with that one. That's eaten a few trout, I should think.
That's eating a lot of fish, not just trout, pike,
So,
you name it. No.
So we just rested this, had a couple of photos. Going to pop it back. New PB, £31 12 ounce. And just hold her in the water there.
Hold the tail so her head's under. Gone off strongly.
There's no better feeling than that in the pike fishing world. That pike has really made my day. It's been has in fact been the highlight of my pike fishing career, and it's quite surreal really when something like that happens and you see the float go, same as it does every other time. You strike in and then you feel that heavy weight and the slow pull on your line, and it was a real scrapper. And as you see in the video just before, the rod was bent right round. I mean, it still hasn't quite sunk in yet, but so unfortunately it's getting towards the end of the day now on Chew, and no more action for us. We've tried a selection of different baits and been covering as much water as possible using different methods, from lure fishing with all kinds of different lures to the static bait fishing, which did bring one result, and the moving trolling baits along. But so nothing else for us, although we did see a pike in this area that we're in now. So, but it's not going our way. Now day 2 on Chew. So today is Saturday the 9th of November 2013, and it's currently 10:30 in the morning. Today's on the bank, and we've been here since very dark o'clock this morning and started fishing at first light. Not a touch on mine or Roger's rods yet. We've both got 2 ledyard baits out, some at close range and others at quite a long range using the bait boat. But as I say, nothing on them yet. It seems like the place is fishing extremely hard at the moment. Lots of people struggling to get a run. After we got off of the boat yesterday, people were very surprised to hear of my 30-pounder. Nearly everybody blanked yesterday. I think there was only 4 fish caught in total. So very hard at the moment, but I'm a bit cold, so I've decided to set up my bed chair, and it's the Nash Indulgence SS4 Wide Boy, which I can say is very nice indeed on a cold day like this. Just got the kettle going, so in a few moments I'll be having that. I was trying to show you yesterday the rig that I used to catch that pike, but unfortunately the camera started cutting out, so I'll pop up to the car in a bit and I'll grab that, I think, and if I get a chance, and I'll show you the rig I used. It seems to be coming towards you. Got one?
Dunno. No.
No?
If it is, it's tiny. No, nothing.
It was dropping back well though, wasn't it? It's now 12 o'clock, and Roger's had a slow drop back on his rod, which didn't produce a fish, and apart from that, nothing. We haven't seen any of the boats around us catch either, but there's been quite a few fish topping out in our swim. We think they're mostly trout, so all the action I had was the indication on my left hand rod, fishing the herring, but that stopped and nothing there. But I'll show you the rig I used yesterday to catch the 30, and that was the Eddie Turner Sneaker 2 rod, Shimano 10,000 XTEA reel, and then 65-pound Power Pro. That's the stop knot that I tie with fluorescent pole elastic, just so that I can see it when it hits the coming down to into, he says, a fluorescent yellow bead, and then a large cigar float, which is, sorry for the dodgy filming, which then comes down to my lead, which is a 1.5 ounce lead clipped onto this Fox Quick Link, so that I can change my my traces quite quickly, like this. And the trace is made up of 40-pound Drennan socks, which then goes down to size 4 owner trebles with 2 of the hook points crushed down, as are the rules here. So that was successful yesterday, but today we're ledgering, so we'll keep trying and see if we can't get something out. Well, after the atrocious weather this morning, it has actually turned into a beautiful, bright, sunny day here on Chew, with only just a breath of wind. Is it what we've been waiting for? Nothing.
No.
Well, it seems as if bank fishing at Chew really has become, well, my nemesis at least. I know Roger's had one in the past, but that was only a jack. And as I said before, the fishing here at Chew really has been quite difficult. I think mainly because of the pressure that's been put on it since the start of the Pike 54 now, and something interesting has happened. We just noticed a large oil slick appear just in front of us, just in front of the rods in fact, and then realised that it was directly over where Roger had thrown one of his baits that he'd discarded, that had been injected with mackerel oil. So of course when we checked, the bait had gone. So we both promptly reeled in one of our rods and flicked it just out in the margin. Obviously a pike has come in and hoovered that free offering up. So we've both flicked one out there now. We've not got long left, but maybe that can bring us a run. 4 o'clock now, and the guy fishing just round the corner from us on the point has had one jack, and he just tells me that someone fishing on Woodford Bank has had a 32 1/4. So just shows you really that all it takes in this place is one run, same as I had yesterday. One run, massive fish. Roger is now getting plagued by big trout, hammering his bait, which is close in. What was that, the 3rd run you've had on that now?
Yep.
Not sure if you can really make it out on this camera, but it's now that time of night where all of the boats make their way back to the jetty. So it's now 20 to 5. And we're going to we've started making a slow pack up. We're going to fish on till darkness, but we'll see if we can get a run between now and then. But all that seems to be in this area at the moment are the large trout that like hammering Roger's baits. Just made what will probably be my last cast at Chew this year. Still no action for us, all the boats have gone in now. Another frustrating day really, but as the guy on the other bank proved, they're in here, and all it takes is for that fish to be coming over your bait at the right moment, feeling hungry, and that can be the fish of a lifetime. So it looks like that's it for this session at Chew Valley Lake. Just the one run for me yesterday on the boat, which was a new PB of 31 pounds 12 ounces. Unfortunately a blank for Roger, and then again a blank for both of us today. But with any luck I'll try and get some tickets for next year, and we'll be back again, and hopefully battling another 30. Thanks very much for watching. See ya.